I never was the kid to have a million trophies in his closet, right? Wasn't the fastest track star, wasn't the best soccer player, wasn't the best football player, didn't go to D1 college for wrestling. That wasn't me. So working towards trophy or certain recognition awards was never something that I had an experience of. So what did I decide to do? I decided to create my own awards. I decided to create my own trophies. I decided to give myself my own meaning and gift to life. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. They wait around for other people to recognize them. They wait around for the validation of the people that truly it won't add up to anything. But if you think about your own validation and you start having that conversation with yourself, if I accomplish X, Y, and Z, if I get into the real estate business and I crush it, I make $100,000 my first or second year in sales, and I take some of that money and reposition it to invest in real estate assets, just something I did. What will my life look like then? Well, so far right now, I have a beautiful house, right? And I'm just getting started. I don't see myself as, wow, I've made it. But I do from time to time recognize the accomplishments that I've achieved over time. And these are my trophies. Being able to sit here on a nice windy August in the summer, in this hot tub, that to me is an achievement because I come from nothing. I wasn't born into wealth. I wasn't born in a nice car. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. That's not my history. My history was living in the Dominican Republic in a house smaller than this patio, which is honestly not that big, right? Showering with cold water, fucking killing cockroaches whenever you'd see them. We'd make a fucking game out of it. That was my upbringing. That's how I grew up. And when you have those humble beginnings and you get your first opportunity at life, you get that great idea. You know what? I want to do something different. I want to do something that a lot of people maybe thought about, but possibly didn't have the balls to do it. And for me, that was real estate. And ever since I took that step, my life slowly started to change. But it wasn't because of real estate. It was because of the individual that I had to become to make it work. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They're waiting for that perfect vehicle. Oh, when am I going to make $1 million? Oh, I just got to think about the right idea at the right time and just execute it. Well, sure, that could be part of it. However, are you going to be the guy that executes it, or are you going to be the guy that's just like, oh, well, it would be nice, and just pass up on your dreams, pass up on your goals? And believe it or not, when successful individuals talk about how hard the journey has been for them in order for them to receive the monumental wealth that they have, they're not talking about the idea. They're talking about the action steps that it took to be able to bring that idea to life, to be able to actually get the end result, because that's what everybody's looking at. Nobody's looking at the process. Nobody gives a shit when Kobe's at the gym at 3 a.m. taking those shots. But then afterwards, you hear about it. Damn, how is he so good? Well, he was willing to do what most weren't. So when you start to think about it like that, and then you start to also put yourself in that position, is it going to feel a little bit uncomfortable? 100%. My day today was uncomfortable. I was on calls all fucking day, right? Prospecting, looking for deals, looking for leads, securing leads, closing. That was my day. Working out. I had a fucking intense ass fucking leg workout today, right? That was my day. But you know what? Something that I learned when I started to take my first steps is that growth can only come from putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. And that's the very thing that so many people choose to avoid, because again, when they were getting picked on in school, when they were getting bullied in school, they didn't like how that felt. And the feeling of fighting back was even more uncomfortable. But guess what? If they did do it, which they should have, right, stood up for themselves, then they knew that, yeah, it was a little bit uncomfortable, but I feel better about myself because it was what I had to do to put some respect on my name, right? to demonstrate that I'm not somebody that you're going to pick on. And whether you win or lose that fight, anytime that somebody tries to stand up to you like that, you say, what's up? What's going on? You know, that's how you deal with life. And life is going to bring you bullies every single stage as you continue to ascend in different ranks. There's going to be bullies. There's going to be people that are going to be jealous of you, envious of you. The bigger the success, the bigger the target you become. That's just the way things work. But with that comes the lifestyle. And everybody dreams about the lifestyle. Man, I want to live in a big house. Man, I want to drive a fancy car. I want to have a beautiful girl. But what are you doing to earn that? Because that entitlement mindset of, you know what, I should just deserve a trophy because I participated, it doesn't exist. You have to create your own opportunities and gift yourself your own fucking trophies. It is gonna come from your actions and the discipline that you put forth day in and day out, when you feel like it and when you don't feel like it. Most people get stuck in their feelings. Oh, I feel like shit, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't fucking exist. Today exists. What are you gonna do today about it? And it doesn't matter if it's writing it down and planning out your schedule for the next day, certain action steps that you're gonna take. You could get an idea at 12 o'clock. First thing you should do is record it. It's fucking late. Maybe I can't apply it right now exactly, but let me go ahead and record it. Let me put it on my journal. Let me record myself talking about it so I can wake up the next day and listen to myself talking about it. All right, what am I gonna do today? Okay, the first step is going to make calls. All right, cool. Who am I going to call? You start doing your research. Okay, if I purchase this software, it's going to allow me to make these calls. So let me go ahead and do that. Oh, I don't have money to make calls. Well, you know what? Let me go out and door knock. Let me go do door-to-door sales. Let me do whatever the fuck it takes. I was at the mall when I had no fucking money, handing out business cards. I wasn't fucking worried about, oh, what if so-and-so sees me here? I don't give a fuck. Because it's my success. It's not their success. It's my success. So I have to do whatever it takes. And I can't be afraid of how I'm going to look in the eyes of somebody else. That guess what? Whatever they fucking see is not going to benefit me. Whatever they see, it ain't going to benefit me. I ain't a fucking rapper, but you got to think about it. It makes sense. And so many people allow their life to be lived through the expectations of other people. And if you ask me, that's fucking cringe. Everybody's gonna look at you and think that the stuff that you're doing that's actually productive to take your life to a whole nother fucking level is cringe. Everybody's gonna think that. Oh, you're gonna post a video. Oh, you're gonna go out there and knock on people's doors. That's rude. Oh, you're gonna call people. But guess what? In 3 to 6 months, it's made me a shit ton of money. How much money did it make you with your fucking opinions? None. So that's how you have to think about it. All these people have opinions that are worthless. They're not worth anything, right? And there are no such things as coincidences, only consequences. So what consequence do you wish to draw on upon your life? The consequence of being somebody important? The consequence of being somebody that's wealthy? The consequence of being somebody that's capable of getting into the relationships that he wants? Or the consequence of being a fucking loser and dreading your whole life? You get to choose that. And every single day you have to work towards aligning with that character that has the things that you want. That's the secret of life. It ain't about what you have now, right? I don't have the biggest house. I have a nice house. For a 27-year-old, I'm doing decent. 7 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, building the mansion next door. I'm doing decent. You know, I'm doing good. But I ain't gonna stop there. And it's okay for you to flex the shit that you have, right? If you have something that you're proud about, talk about it. It's okay. You have it. You did it. It's your accomplishment. Own it. Don't make anybody make you feel bad about the compliments that you've achieved in life. That's what it's about. You can't be a fucking bitch. Can't allow yourself to live in the expectations of other people. So make a decision. What do you want from life? Who do you want to be? How do you want to walk? How do you want to talk? How do you want to dress? How do you want to be perceived? Right? Because you teach other people how to treat you. So how have you been teaching other people how to treat you? Do you not like the way that you've been treated? Okay, cool. What are you going to do to change that? Because it doesn't start with them. It starts with you. And if they fail to respect that, they got to go, whoever that is. But this is how you have to start living your life. Every single day, intentional. Putting the building blocks together to build the empire that you've envisioned and not being scared of taking that first step forward, regardless of who laughs, regardless of who judges, regardless of who talks shit, because at the end of the day, their opinions aren't going to pay your fucking bills.